All right, gang, so let me show you what I really wanted to get to, and that is comparing IULs among our three major carriers. So this got prompted with one of my agents calling me, and he had a client that was interested in maybe moving from one IUL to another because she didn't feel like that IUL was performing. And so my agent, Robert, asked me, hey, can you run this on Columbus Life? I heard a lot of good things about it. I said, okay. Well, what are the parameters? What's the person's, birth date and so on? So these are the parameters that he gave me. She was born on 2/22/67. So basically, for the illustration purposes, it started at age 55. She had a 1035 exchange of $35,342. She was willing to put $1,000 a month in it up until age 65, and then she wanted to take the income at 66. So we ran the illustration from age 66 to age 90, which is like 24 years. And then we did option B, increasing death benefit, up until the point where she wanted to take the money out, which then changed the death benefit to level. So that's typically a technique to allow her to put that lump sum in without mecking the policy and then just putting $1,000 a month. So I thought, what the heck? Why don't I compare all of them with each other? Okay. And so the problem was the first illustration that they got to compare was FGLife. The FGLife, they typically illustrate a 7.3%, something like that, rate of interest, which why a lot of agents like using FGLife is because they're probably the highest interest rate we can illustrate, which means we can show the client gobs and gobs of more money, and then we look like the hero. I think the last 20 years of the S&P 500 averaged like 6.5% or something like that. So is 7 point whatever realistic? I don't know. It could be. But again, I needed to baseline it. So what I did was I ran Columbus Life, and I looked if I could bump the interest rate up to 7.3% or whatever, and it would not let me do it. They illustrated 5.73%. So I go, well, okay. In order to get an adequate comparison, let's illustrate the F&G at 5.73%, just like Columbus Life. And I thought, what the heck? Why don't we throw in National Life Group in the mix, and let's illustrate NLG under the same exact parameters, and then drop their interest rate to 5.73%, which I think was probably close. I think they're conservative as well compared to FGLife. And so now this turned into an IUL shootout. So all parameters being the same among all three, the same amount of premium put in, the same 1035 exchange, the same age, and non-smoking standard health rate. What we're really going to find out is which company will give the client the most cash value, all things being equal, or in other words, is another way to say which company charges the most fees, mortality costs, and all the costs to suck down so much cash value. Okay, so let's take a look at what the results showed. Let's shoot out, just like on YouTube. So let's start with our first one, National Life Group. Okay, and let's see what they show. Again, all the parameters being equal, what is their cash value that they show? So let's kind of fast forward to cash. Again, this was illustrated at 5.73%. They call it weighted average. So over time, it averages that. So their illustration kind of goes through a simulation of lower interest rate, higher interest rate, but over time, 5.73%. Okay, so notice, the amount of premium put in, 167,342. So this first year illustrated that 35,342 dumped in with $1,000 a month, paid up to age 65, and then they take the income out. So the planned annual income loan, 3812. Okay, so 3812 per year is National Life Group. So let's write this down, 3812 per year. The total premium paid is 167,342. the total cash value earned, assuming she lives to 90, is 95,300. Okay. Then the death benefit at age 90 is 380,328. Okay. All right. So there you go. We got our first product in the door, NLG. So let's take a look at F&G. All right. So FGLife, our go-to company, because we can illustrate at a mega interest rate. Okay, so same thing. Total premium 167,342. The tax-free retirement is significantly higher, 92,71. And the total cash value, when you add all the up to age 90, is 231,775. And the ending death benefit, okay, so this is, at age 90, is 130,331. Okay. So I guess the question is, can you take more out of the National Life Group 1 policy? You probably could, but I just let it run as solve for income, right? So one good experiment would be see, like, how long will National Life Group, if you took out 9271 per year? So we can put that amount in there, and then we can, determine if it's truly apples to apples, right? That's why we're looking at it. Okay, let's look at Columbus Life. Let's take a look at what those guys do. Again, they all have the same living benefits. The living benefits are pretty much the same across the board. NLG might slightly have an advantage because they got a critical injury accelerated death benefit. The other ones do not. Let's take a look at Columbus Life. Okay, so Columbus Life, 47,342 first year, 167,342. Again, total premium put into it. Okay, so the tax-free is 12,204. Okay, so the total amount in tax-free retirement, the client, if they live to 90, would be 305,100. But age 90, let's look at the death benefit, is 35,000, 35,671. Okay. So what does that say? Well, it says like NLG leaves a lot of money for the death benefit. Okay, so why don't we do this? Let's baseline all of them. I wasn't planning on doing this, but let's do it anyway. Let's see if we can get them all, the income, if we can run them all to get the income out of it. So Columbus Life is going to be our baseline. So let's go to FGLife. See if we can squeeze out 12,204 for those years. Fortunately, I saved these illustrations, so we can just tweak it. View my cases. Let's open the case. So sometimes it's not always just to look at the tax-free retirement amount. You got to look at what else is going on in here. And so this is another way to go apples to apples, see how long the policy will really last, or will it lapse if we ask for the money. So it says solve for income stream. Let's not do a solve and let's just put the numbers in ourselves. Loan withdrawals option. Okay, these are details starting at, okay, age 66. Age 66, let's put in 12204. Age 90. So this is per month. Oh, it is monthly. We got to do it per year. I'm sorry. Annual. Annual. Huh. Wouldn't that be cool? That looks like more like my tax free retirement. 12204. And then let's end it at age 91. Let's go 91. Let's go to 0. So you got to show at age 65, and then it'll 12204 annual, then age 91, 0, 0. Okay. Okay, let's see what happens. View illustration. So then the death benefit will let us truly know which one has an advantage and how much of an advantage. So we got 12204, what we were looking for. Whoa. See, this is exactly what I was looking for. Notice it only goes to age 83. It dies early. Oh my gosh, it dies early. So F&G can't hang with that because their costs are too high, or they have costs such that there's zero debt. It won't even run the whole way. It won't go to age 90, gang. It only goes to age 80, age 83. 83, it goes to 0. Wow, so it's 7 years short. So what's that tell you about F&G? So let's save this one. FGLife, and I'm going to put 12204. So we have that memorialized. So now let's go. Oh, I didn't even share that. Let me share that. So this is the F&G. So we got all the parameters, 12204, but look, it only goes to age 83. The last payout is age 83 for 12204, and it goes to 0. So it won't go till age whenever. It won't go to age 90. So you can see that the cost is what sucks it down. So F&G is an expensive policy compared to Columbus Life. That's what you can take from this, right? Is that cool or what? I know I'm getting excited about all this nerdy stuff, but it's cool, right? Fun with IULs. So now let's go to National Life Group. I don't know if I still can get on. Yeah. It's the same with National Life Group. Now, I suspect maybe that it's going to do the same thing. It'll crash sooner. Oh, it got right in. Good. So let's open up this illustration. All right. Okay. So this is what we're gonna, there's no solving here, I don't think. Okay, there is a solve. So distribution, let's specify. 12,204, age 66 through 90. All right, man. Let's see what we'll see. Report. Let's see if it'll run. So let's share that result with you. Uh-oh. This doesn't look good. I see a bunch of zeros. Well, let's take a look. We're taking too much money out of that. Oh my gosh. Check it out. You only have 116, like you take all 116 out. That's not what I wanted. I wanted, oh, so let's go back. Let's go back to the illustration. I think I put something in there wrong because it's like taking all the money out all at once. That's not what I wanted. I wanted an income. Thought I specified the income. Specified amount, monthly. Here we go, annual. Tweak. I was getting all excited. Well, let's see what happens now. Cut that out of the video. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, so let's see. Oh, there's some numbers. Okay, so it looks promising. Whoa. Oh, that's a guaranteed. This is the illustrated rate, 5.73. Okay, 12,204. Let's see how far it goes. See, it crashes at age 82. Do you see that? Lapsed. There is nothing. So again, it lapses at age 82. What F&G was age 82, 83? Whoa. The only policy that can sustain 12,204, which is 305,100 and still leave 35,000 death benefit, is Columbus Life. The other ones are too expensive, too much cost that sucks down the cash value. So isn't that interesting? If you just did straight up illustration the first time around, here they go, well, Columbus Life, that's way more cash value compared to NLG. NLG is only 3812, F&G was 9271, Columbus Life 12204. But the death benefit was drastically different, right? NLG had the greatest death benefit of 380,000. FGLife was 130,000 at age 90. Then Columbus Life was 35,000. So let's look at how long can they sustain 12,204 using Columbus Life as a baseline. And we find that the Columbus Life is the winner because the other ones crash at 82, 83. Columbus Life doesn't crash. I think it goes to age 114. No, 120. Okay, so Columbus Life, even with the 12,204, will go illustrate all the way to age 120. All right. So I tell you what, man, as far as I'm concerned, as for me and my household, Columbus Life wins the shootout. All right. If anyone wants, ask any questions, you want to see these, man, let me know. Rock on. Take care.